Yes, Space Links, you've been waiting for the quest fix. We do have a quest fix. And we're going to do the quest. Alright, we are in. How is the stream quality? I'm just waiting for my stream to update. It seems to be quite good. And that's really the big meat and bones of this update is really a fundamental rendering and performance update, because here you can see I'm getting a locked 60 FPS. And you know, I got a pretty gigantic render distance. And the other thing that's pretty enticing about this update is we have flattened out the terrain quite a bit, and the reason that making the terrain flatter is a really big benefit is that it allows us to position points of interest. So for example, if I just look around at 360, if it's flatter, I'm more likely to see a point of interest, a POI. I see one way out there. There's a Yagi camp up there. Now if the map was more hilly and I look in that direction, I probably wouldn't see that Yagi camp. So it's really important that you level the line of sight, or you have a higher density of POIs. So now that you've done that, let's go check out some other things that are updated. So for example, looking at the grass shader, it's a subtle feature, but now you can see that the wind kind of caresses the grass and flows with it, and that is a specific adaptation to the shader. And the nice thing about this update is that we've increased performance. Also new music tracks, lots of new music tracks, and we're gonna do the quest here. Oh, this is a really nice feature. Let me turn off the performance metrics. So check this out. So now with the new camera system that Tejas has been working on here, you have your clean enabling of a cinematic camera when you go to talk to villagers. So this is really a nice feature, and since we don't have any hand-created events, everything's procedurally generated. Now you have procedurally generated content. It's completely randomized, but it's very cinematic. I mean, I'm getting a very high-quality cinematic experience completely randomly. So we just have to build upon that, and that's obviously the foundation there. In terms of AI, Dire Pyre does have new animations. We're doing we did a lot of research and development during this cycle as we rolled out the engine update. And one of the things we're working on is animation tools. And you're going to see a lot of new techniques in the next trailer today. And then also you'll see as we update the player controller. So this is the last build, major release, where you're going to have just the male mage asset. You'll be able to pick between this and at least the female paladin. And I think it will provide some nice variety as we approach the city building and then character creation. Go through our modes here. Someone said patches of taller grass. That's a great idea, and also that would be good for the sub-biome, which we'll get to as well. Let's see. We've had a lot of issues this development cycle with the task list. Let's see how well we can get through it here. And I would be curious, we're going to have the discussion forums in the Steam discussion forums to discuss seed values and whatnot, but for this build, we're really just looking to see does the game run well and do all the systems keep functioning. So the AI systems, do you keep seeing the villagers spawn during the day? What do you want, mister? Hey. See, that's so nice. So this guy, he's deep forest. He's from... Oh, sorry. Someone said game is a little bit too loud. Let me turn it down. Okay, so I turned the game down a little bit. This is nice. This guy is from the locale, the deep forest. So that's what we were talking about the last build is. And if you, there's a little bit of a bug there. So if you don't press done, it gets locked. But we're working on that. All right, let's see. And I'm actually playing, if you guys can see, with the Kickstarter controller is what I'm playing with. And I actually play with this quite a bit. And someone asked about this. We're going to be putting out a video on how to do Steam input. You can set up. The game is fully controller compatible, but we haven't actually built it into the the build for without Steam inputs assistance. That's the next step there. But I'm going to go through this task list, and then we'll check out some of the other new features. Something that's interesting about this build in addition... Oh, excellent. Space Link says the audio is better. The other thing about this build is day and night is now 20 minutes. And this is because it's kind of a standardized number among many games in this genre. But also it's so that you can be more productive during the daytime, because the nighttime is now a little bit more hostile, as you'll see when we actually get to nighttime here. And also the daytime looks nice, so obviously you want to maximize the amount of time spent doing things in the overworld during daytime. I'll just go through the task list. Just got to keep an eye on the time. Yeah, we got plenty of time. And the other thing too is, after we get to the task list, I want to do some just seed traversal and essentially land navigation and looking for points of interest, because there's a clipping plane issue there. But oh yeah, so check this out. So we have a new day and night rendering system. Level up there. We have an issue where it's rendering through the terrain, but let's go try to catch the end of this sunset. And I want to try out another mount here. And, like, this is also nice too, because you want to be able to enjoy the sunset. You don't want to have to rush, because the day and night cycle is only 10 minutes. So if it's 20 minutes, I can go and catch the sunset. And this is like, this is a big step up from our last iteration. You have a lot of diffuse lighting, and it's quite nice. Oh, I see Mana's in the chat. How you doing, Mana? Good to see you. One of our moderators from the Discord there. Azela as well. OG community members. Love to see it. So yeah, we do have an issue where if you, and I would be interested to see it also in your testing as you play this patch, but if you travel beyond the first chunk, the AI do not despawn. So essentially, if you go past the first chunk, you're not going to have voidlings spawn. You'll just have the Magmaton and the Sentius and etc. All right, so we found a birch forest. Nighttime lighting has been improved as well. You get this night bright moon that comes out. And then the other thing with this world generation update, with the larger render distances, it's quite a bit larger. So now if you see here, I can see 2 tiles ahead of me almost. And the rock assets have been retopologized and re-UV mapped, which essentially we've improved the scaling of the textures, the materials. All right, so here, this is a birch forest. Now, these forests, they are now larger, and this is a sub-biome. A sub-biome is a secondary formation, and you see here they also spawn this randomized rune formation in the center. So, when you find a birch biome, you find the resource, the runes, which are going to have a benefit you're going to be able to do something there, which I won't disclose yet, but you'll be able to do something there. And then this is also spawning specific types of Sentius. So if we reset the day-night cycle with a rest, I think we're going to see Stagma spawning there. So I'll just build a campfire. And everything's mapped to the Xbox controller right now, and we're going to upload a PlayStation variant as well. Because I personally much prefer to play most of my... Pretty much all my gaming is done console or with a controller, so... I see Mana said... Yeah, I agree. And I can't complain, man. I can't complain. Excited to see the game progressing like this. Okay, yeah. So you guys, you may have come across this bug. We had 2 bugs kind of stuck on the board. And one of them is getting stuck at the rest. But thankfully, we were able to resolve the restart feature. So now, restart should at least be able to bring us back to the menu. If not, we will do a reset. But load times haven't been improved, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, we're going to load up again. And this time, we'll try to find a Stagma spawning in a birch biome, a sub-biome. And the interesting thing is that the way that the engine works, we could theoretically add multiple sub-biomes per biome. And have different variations of that. The issue is that we're reaching kind of limitations with how much we can fit into the PC specs. Basically, we're maxing out our specs. So for now, we're gonna stick with 1 sub biome per biome, and that's sufficient. And I think we're back in now. A nice seed. I don't even realize I just always hit random seed now because I'm, OG Minecrafter, so that's kind of my thing, is random seed every time. And here we got nice cinematic event. And then trading with villagers will come. And this time, to prevent any further issue of suspicion... Oh, this is actually an interesting formation here. This is very interesting. Oh, I like this a lot. Wow, okay. I gotta save this seed. 38721. This is almost like it looks like a level designer placed a pathway here in between those 2 boulders. That's awesome. And there's a Yagi camp here. This is very sophisticated, Mr. Algorithm. Wow. All right, I gotta seriously write that down. 38721. Alright. We'll take out these Yagi down here. Oh, I'm going to take out Direpire first. We've got some new animations for Direpire. But we'll actually take them out. And we can actually use the new animations, I believe. If we set that as our mount. You can test the mounts right now. They're all set up. We've got some placeholder noises set up. But yeah. Now I'm riding Direpire. A little bit slow, but the animation is much better. Much smoother. I don't even have depth of field on. Let me turn that on. That's one of my favorite effects. Nice. Yagi camp discovered. Yagi camp discovered. Now next we got to get Direpire fighting with us against these Yagi, but for now we'll just suffice with taking them out the old-fashioned way. We got some floating ones up here. We got a villager up there. Oh boy. Oh, I'm in trouble. Serious trouble. We gotta bounce. We gotta bounce. Get back on that Direpire. We gotta bounce. Whoa. That was a close one. That was a close one, folks. Wow. He's still coming at me. Wow. I'm down in just a sliver there. I gotta turn off the HUD too. That's my go-to feature. That was pretty intense right there. Still, obviously, refining everything as you do, but having fun playing the game. That's what counts. You know, you gotta be able to have fun. It's gotta run well. Oh, we got some Yagi in a circle down there. Let's see that. Turn on. That's pretty funny. Oh, look at that. They're all just they're playing Ring Around the Rosie. That's pretty great. Well, let's put them out of their misery. We gotta probably eat some food first. Yeah, because we're in pretty dire straits here. We can't risk any damage. So we're gonna need to consume some food. Yeah, the interactions with the AI are just really, I mean, personally, that's what I found myself doing a lot of the times when I played story-rich games, like, for example, Red Dead Redemption or any of the Naughty Dog style games. A lot of it is playing around with those NPCs, so the more in-depth they can be, the better. Let's see if I can, I don't know if I can even eat that. I think we're preloaded with a bunch of food. Yeah, it looks like we've got a bug here, so I'm just gonna juice up on some kebabs. Everyone's got a cheap bunch of kebabs today. All right, we juiced up. We're gonna go take them out. They're still running around. Let's put them out of their misery. I need my support, you know. I just realized I'm missing the support. Oh, there he is. There we go. Yeah, he was there the whole time. And we'll take out this last guy with explosive. Took two of them out. Took him out. Shoveling all those kebabs is an essential part of an open world survival experience. That's very true, man. It's very true. And in fact, in the same fashion, just the difference is I didn't have to work for it, so it had less meaning. This is some nice lighting right here. I think Adam was in the chat before, or Vitaj was in the chat, and commented on the lighting, and I'm quite impressed as well. I mean, that's all Tejas there, updated the lighting, and really looks nice. Alright, I want to go through this passageway and see what's through there, but I also want to go through the task list and see how far we can get before the live stream of the new trailer. So, and it still just says one random item, you know, this placeholder, but this will be another cinematic event here, so you'll be able to go here, and then the camera moves a little closer to the chest, etc. All just happening on the fly. And we got a dire pyre. I think let's see when we'll tame this one. Yeah, we'll just tame that one right there. Alright. Oh yeah, we got a sunset again. This is just a really nice spawn. I really like the spawn. But I'm going to venture through this crevasse and see what it looks like down there. We got a sunset coming in. A sad Norse tune. Someone said animal abuse. Well, I think there were some Pokemon games that actually they went into that black and white. There was a question of morality. You're supposed to be capturing beasts for your own entertainment. Maybe not. Menace is looking better and better. Thank you for the positive comments there, but you know it's always gotta be better. It's gotta improve. So we're gonna be moving quickly towards the city building update after this. That was an important step, the engine update to provide the performance, because if I take a look here, I've been getting 60 flat average, and since the alpha was released well over a year ago, we've never had this kind of performance, and we have the most AI entities and points of interest spawning. It's restricted to a single biome, but the single biome is more complex than the 5 biomes or 4 biomes that we started with, so that is one good milestone there. And we're gonna be posting the full newsletter later this afternoon. Someone said you should check out Pal World. There's no animal abuse in that game. Yeah, I agree, Mr. Majesty. There's absolutely no. It's unquestionable. Oh, we got a little bit of a collision issue there between the two boulders, but that was pretty clean. I mean, that's some impressive structure there. So I definitely like this seed. Unfortunately, not getting voidlings. No voidlings. So I may actually try a different seed, because we've got the seed. Might as well try a new one. Oh, someone said Kipalek's been following the game for like 2 years. First time I've seen that much gameplay. It looks very good. Thank you for following the game for so long. I know it's quite difficult to be patient these days with the pace of the gaming market, but I really appreciate that. And if you are on Steam or Steam Deck, I encourage you to participate in the Discord or Reddit or something where there's a direct message involved, or we can schedule delivering a key to you, or we do Instagram or Twitter. We'll do giveaways, and that's a good way for you to get a key, because basically, there's so many people. We have, well in excess of 15,000 people signed up for the alpha. So the possibility of you getting one is relatively low. But if you can make yourself known and show that you're willing to participate in the community, then it gives us more of an incentive to give you a key, And it's been great to see the community generated content, actually. It's been one of the coolest things to see. One said, Moonzen said, hyped to see this game coming along so well. It's one of my most awaited games for sure. Well, that's fantastic to hear, Moonzen. I'm glad to be living up to your expectations in that regard. Silani said, is it co-op? Yes, so the game will be co-op. So this exact experience that I'm doing now, the open world survival craft, run-of-the-mill game loop with all of our monster taming, city building systems, etc. You could play with up to, we're going to start with 3 to 4 friends. And then after that, we will work on dedicated lobbies. So basically the focus of the game's development is in priority list would be single player and co-op, built to be kind of the same experience. And then you have dedicated servers down the line, which will introduce different types of gameplay. But that's a lower priority. And as for console, yes, it will be on every console. Yes, we are partners with all of the console manufacturers, all the big 3, Xbox, Sony, Nintendo. So the games will be on all the consoles. We got all the dev kits. It's just going to take time, and that's why I encourage anyone who even has like an old laptop, that even if it has like a basic graphics card or something, or you have a Steam Deck, and you're looking to get the game on console, I encourage you to try it out. Because it is you at least are gonna, if you're participating, you're really interested in trying the game. People are already playing it on Steam devices, so. I'm gonna go through with this task list. Having some strange resource depletion issues as well. But performance is very good. So the other thing too is it's difficult to say sometimes when you stream, because when you stream, you know, there's certain latency involved, CPU, and that can cause other problems with the game. So let's see. And we have I have big. Mana said they have big ideas for cities. We found this road, so I'm just gonna follow this road. Let's do some land nav and see what kind of formations we come across. And really with the cities too is, well, this is a kind of a nice spot right here actually. It's a wind chime that spawned along a road. It's just a really nice little spawn. But anyways, yeah, as for cities, you'll see the villages that are spawning now. We have increased the size of the villages, and the engine is capable of doing 3 times that size. But we didn't get enough time to make it performant to run this build. But for example, I see a village up here, and we'll go check that out. But it's going to be around 3 times the size of these villages. Ilani said, "Why is horse so small?" I have to agree with you. I think that given the size of the character, the horse does seem kind of small. I have to agree with you. And the other thing too is we're constantly iterating on our visual style and trying to stay competitive with the game. So that's why you'll always see us. I mean, we used to see more, but now you're going to see a lot more, the kind of just prototype engine trailers and things to really push the limits of what we can do with the game, because we've got to remain competitive. That's the bottom line. And I think this asset could use a refresh. Yeah, so you can see here, this is one of the issues we have with the engine with spawning villages, especially large villages. And we'll go check it out. But basically what's happening here is 2 chunks of the world spawn next to each other, and they got smushed together when they tried to merge and calculate the radius of this village. But this looks nice. I'm gonna hop into this village and check it out. Someone said, "I'm going for the Switch port, and the multiplayer monster taming is going to be fun." I think that it's a fantastic game to play on the Switch. As someone who's played many hours on a Switch device, I can say this is one of those games because it's very comfortable, it's very relaxing. The really challenge for Switch is going to be getting the game to run really well and look really good. And that's why we're making these these engine updates early on, because you see if we can get performance under control early, then everything else goes a lot faster. So I'm getting slightly worse performance in this village, but really not that bad. Let's see what we're getting. We're getting 60 FPS. It's dropping a little bit. I bet if I crank it down a little bit, I can get even better performance in this village. Yeah, oh yeah, now I've got well at 60 FPS. Someone's talking about the sizes of the horses. For multiplayer on Switch, I believe that is the case. Yes, I believe that is the case. It's the same way with PlayStation. To play online, you have to pay for the PlayStation Online service. So no plans for offline co-op at this time because of the cross-play. Because we want you to be able to play online. But again, you could play the game offline. The game will run 100% offline. But actually, I don't. Yeah, that I think that's the case. I am 99% sure that's the case, because I mostly play single player stuff on the Switch. But yeah, the game will be fully functional on the Switch offline. And I've seen that written somewhere else on another video. It's a misconception. I'm just gonna go inside this town hall here. I've been interested to see what the performance was like if I just kept going around while the daytime is changing. But yeah, basically these villages are too small, and the cities and the kingdoms you build are going to be much bigger. So we need to spawn larger villages, and that's going to be part of the next update with the city building update, which is the big update. And in order for that update to function, we need to get this performance back. Let's trample over some villagers. And a bounty system too. I think the villages are really going to come to life when there's a bounty system, because with a bounty system, but also a raid feature where they get attacked, because then you're invested in the villagers. You know, like Minecraft villagers, you only get invested in the villagers because they will get attacked by the pillagers, and then you want to protect them, or you want to get some items from them or something, you know. Whereas for us right now, there's nothing to gain from these villagers really. So they have to have the resources, the danger. There's kind of a nice sunset talking to this guy. We're still getting 60 FPS, but yeah, lighting's come a long way. Now you can see there's some artifacts like the sparkling on the birch trees. You know, because there's some sort of a shader issue. So that's one of those things we have to iron out, but this is pretty good. This is a pretty good event here. I mean, I'm in the town hall, I'm in the tavern. Unfortunately, there's no NPCs in here, but there's a shop guy, and the lighting is just much better. You know, it's much better. See the Mecha T-Rex. Someone asked about the Mecha T-Rex. Mecha T-Rex is going to be a Sentius displayed in the Rakuhito region. So, the Rakuhito continent. So, we're using Draconian currently, but it will be shown in the near future, yes. Not only that one, but all of the other, you know, rare Sentius that you've seen in prior trailers. They're all coming back, you know, as we get the engine up to date. And you go back to introducing all that content again. And, okay, so we got nighttime in the village now. Let's check that out. Let's see what these guys are up to. So these guys, if I'm not wrong, these guys should... Yeah, these villagers... Yeah, they're playing traveling villagers text as well, but one of the things we want to add... Oh, so I'm seeing multiple chat streams, man. I'm seeing YouTube, I'm seeing Twitch, and I'm seeing... no, I'm not seeing Steam. I'm just seeing YouTube and Twitch, I think, through this Restream service that we use. Hey, look, they're all ganging up on me. Oh, snap. What have I done now? Oh, boy. I'm in big trouble. Alright, let's let them pass. They didn't like that. And I don't have anything to cook. Let me look back at chat again. Someone said... Is the game accessible by the masses now paying or by minorities close testing? It is only accessible to two categories of alpha testers. One is people who participated in the Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign, and that was in 2021, and they all have the alpha now. Every backer is eligible for a Steam key, which is available to them now. If you are signed up to the newsletter, there are many people, hundreds of just people who are interested in the game who have been able to play the game through that newsletter sign up or participate in the Discord or what have you. So those are basically the two entry points for playing the game at this time. But we do plan to have a free-to-play event. We can't say yet exactly, but there will be a free-to-play event. It'll be like a Steam event, and probably duration of a week. You'll be able to play the game, guaranteed, on Steam at some point. But we want to make sure we get the city building updating character. Certain updates had to be finished before we could do that event. So in the meantime, there's going to be a key giveaway this weekend. By tomorrow, we'll announce the key giveaways. So just, you know, if you're on Steam or Steam Deck, then you can participate in the giveaway. Someone was talking about raids before, and that's an important thing because basically this village as well is going to become subject to raids where there's like a void. Oh, so a void spawned right here. A void egg spawned right here. So voidlings would start attacking the village, and then you'd have to fight off the raid. So someone So if someone said, if you kickstarted this, can I play now? Yes. So if you have Steam PC, then you should have already received an alpha key, and you can email, you can contact us through the Skyclimbers website or support at paratope.co, and we'll get you sorted right away. You could also do Discord, but yeah, all the backers should already have their Steam keys. Someone said you plan on making merchandise. Yes, we do actually have a whole we have a whole store of merchandise, actually. Quite a bit of merchandise. We're going to be launching a new product. We're just wrapping up our fulfillment, so we haven't been spending too much of our time on merchandise this time. Mostly working on engine stuff and gameplay related development, you know. Let's see. Well, General Stalkus said, why... Oh, we're getting ganged up again. We're getting ganged up on again. These two twin brothers. Like, what are you doing in our town? So, like, if I... Let's see. I think if I attack one of these guys... Oh, yeah, no. So, this should trigger... This is... Excuse me. This is not PG rated. Oh, he's done. He's finished. Oh, his brother's coming to see his deceased body. This is a sad event. He's like, get out. He's like, get out of here. The IK is still working. That's funny. That's funny. He's like looking at me from the ground. The other guy's just walking by. The other guy just walked up to me. I'm gonna take him out. But yeah, this should trigger. Like they should put me in jail for this. You know, the Shoy Elder should come down and stop me. All right, we're gonna leave this village. We've done enough damage here. The Yagi camp. So we're gonna go out this way. I know. I don't like to. Yeah, the villagers, they got to attack you. You know, you shouldn't be able to just beat up on them like that. That's not right. Let's use another mount. Let's use. I can't wait to have a flying mount, man. That's gonna be great. Putting the dragon in. Like putting Thrashion in, and Thrashion's in the trailer, and let me tell you, that got me really excited. Just seeing Thrashion. So the Magmaton Mount now has the big thunderous footsteps, which is kind of fun. Someone said, are there old gods in this? And what are the tentacles? The tentacles are the void. So the void is an infestation that beseeches the land and will spread its influence, which you will have to fend off, actually. And that's part of like the story of the game. Oh, we found a nice villager camp here on the side of a mountain. Let's go rest here for the night. That's perfect. We'll leave Magmaton behind, and we will go rest at the villagers' camp. That's a nice camp. He's set up right on the side of that mountain, this little ridge on the back side of the camp. And there's not like really old gods, but what you have is you have the interpretation of the Shoy alien race and their technology through the locals. So the Draconians do have these runic inscriptions that they make, and they make these stone formations, but they're kind of describing what they observe from the Shoy elders, which are the alien race. Someone said multiplayer is not supported right now. Multiplayer is not supported because we have to achieve 1.1.0 before we can add multiplayer. So yeah, it's going to be a little while. Until we have the fundamentals done, city building included, character creation included, there's no point in moving to multiplayer. Yeah, I think is the stream frozen? Someone said stream frozen. I think it's good now. Yeah, the Magmaton is a little goofy. It could probably use an animation refresh at some point. But big sentients like this, you'll be able to knock things over with, which will be nice. Yeah, no, Blade Roller, totally get you on that. Multiplayer is going to be a fundamental part of the game, and it's something that I would like to prioritize, as soon as we can. All right, so we got to another villager camp. And like I said, we've got this new cinematic camera system if you missed it before. So anytime you see a villager or a Sentius that you can talk to, there's a cinematic thing that happens, cinematic event. We got this villager bug still. Villager music bug's kind of annoying. See if we can rest. No, I get stuck again. Yeah, there's a bug where you get stuck when you rest, unfortunately. You have to restart. Alright, we're gonna go back in doing a fresh seed before... Well, we got 5 minutes till the premiere. So, I'm gonna restart. And actually, no. What? Before I restart, let's get ready for the trailer premiere. That's what I want to get that set up here. Just give me 1 second. We'll get that trailer set up. Got 5 minutes till the trailer drops. I'll get the build queued up in the background. Just restarting stream. 4 minutes to the premiere. I got the trailer set up. I think it's the most impressive cinematic we've produced yet. See it? Definitely most impressive. Oh, while we're waiting, I've got the build back up. With this weird resource yeah, so now, look. It's weird. Now I don't have that resource harvest loop bug that I had before. And then we load another tile. Something funky is going on, man. I'm just going to look at the... Look at chat for a second. Just give me 1 moment. Any dinosaur based off a kaiju? I'm not sure what that is. Perhaps you could explain a little bit. You can actually see all this. Yeah, if you actually go on our site, you can see Centopedia. You can see all of them. Yeah, bugs can be a good thing because you learn, you observe. I'm going to turn down the master volume for the stream, but yeah, when you see a bug, in a way you kind of learn about your game a little bit. Let's get this set up. I'm just going to stream the trailer, actually, so I'll stream it directly. No fusing systems. There'll be no fusing systems. But there will be randomization, so you'll have randomized, color palettes or different variants of the Sentius to make it interesting. Someone asked about the task list. All right, I'm about to launch the trailer. We'll get to the chat after I launch the trailer. Almost ready to go here. Premiere's about to get going. All right, 53 seconds. We'll hop back in the build. So, what'd you guys think? It's pretty cinematic, right? All right, we're back in game. I don't know what... I think I'm going to just keep the camera off for now. Too many issues with it today. What'd you guys think of the trailer? I'm dying to know. I was really worked hard on that one. Got some good comments here. I like to hear realistic feedback, though. I mean, because it's just a fraction of what I wanted to deliver, but it's the best we got. Space Links likes it. Okay, good. All right. Fancy awesome dragon. Someone said, curious, would it not be better to develop and bug fix both still multiplayer session environments as the game is strong multiplayer focus? Basically, it would, generally speaking, make bug fixing harder because then the issues become intertwined between the multiplayer element of the game and the single player element of the game. And then some bugs may be triggered purely by the multiplayer element of the game, and let me turn the music back up, and not the single player element, and vice versa. Someone said, game inspires me to sculpt and paint. That's awesome. We want you to create content in the game. Well, I mean, one of the bugs is a power, actually. Oh, nice sunset. Can't miss an opportunity to see a sunset. Oh, there we go. We got some voidlings, so check this out. Nice, I wanted to see this. So voidling now are a little bit more aggressive. They actually will run around and patrol, which I think is great. Alright, we took him out. Yeah, let's go check out some voidlings. songs playing at nighttime. So you check this out. Let's just watch this void for a second. See him all amped up. Oh, you see? Hey, there you go. You see? So they're kind of creepy the way they stalk the area. Oh, then he comes after me. Wow. Oh, he's fast. Check him out. Someone said like the lighting. Yeah, I agree with you. I wasn't even responsible for that portion of this update, and I definitely agree with you. Duncan J, looking good. Thanks for hopping in the chat. So yeah, the voidlings are creepy at night. I like that. There's a couple more over here. Just put them down. Gonna fight the void. Hey, here he comes. Took him down. Yeah, I'm gonna go through the task list now and see where we get with the task list. How do you tame Sentius? General Stalkus said. I'll do it for you. So there's a Sentius right here. So this is Okamito. Okamito only spawns at nighttime. So we'll tame it right now here. Oh, nice. Right in the moonlight. That's an awesome battlefield right here we're going into. Let's take him out. This guy's a range, so we gotta get to some cover. Take him out! Take him out! And then, so once we get him down in health, you gotta take out the Sentius Gauntlet. Hit him with the stun spear. And then use the energy beam to take him out. And that's it. You got a Sentius. Well, I want to show you this over here. So we haven't seen a temple yet, I don't think. Well, you don't have to kill them. You just have to damage them. You have to lower their health to tame them, yes. I'm going to go over now to this temple. Yeah, so we'll go over to this temple now. Yeah, they're gonna break out of those energy spheres that they get caught in. Right now, it's pretty easy because we're not spending the time to flush that out yet. But you're gonna essentially have to go back and forth with them while they break out of this constraint. This is a nice spawn here too. So you can see that when you have the flatter spawn radius, we do that 360 again. I got temple. I have this hero oak asset in a field, which looks really nice. And then we have these patrolling void. Look at these patrolling void. Wow. That is much more compelling. Like it's subtle, but it's creepy, seeing them at night and they're stalking the grounds. I really love that. Really love that. We should do a Halloween update where they're just everywhere. Will there be a delay on console releases, or are you guys going to wait and do a bulk release? Someone likes the idle animation. So we were just talking about this today, and we're going to be releasing the full details to our roadmap this afternoon after the live stream is over, along with the detailed patch notes. And the short answer is that we are aiming to release with as many consoles as possible within our scope and budget for next year, basically. So that's going to be the bulk of the newsletter. because we'd rather hold out a little bit and try to get, you know, multiple platforms at once and really have the game where it needs to be with the features it needs to have. So that's what we're looking at, but you'll see more details about that later today in the newsletter. But this is nice here. So we have a rendering update to the temple, just a slight improvement to the texture mapping and the material setup. And now these points of interest spawn with this volumetric fog effect, which is really cool, and it's spooky because the voidling is patrolling it. But yeah, into that oak forest, I want to check that out. But yeah, this temple looks excellent. The way that it's rendered with the new grass shader and the volumetric fog volume, the render distance, the new texture scaling, everything's looking good. And we're getting, oh, nice discovery event. I missed that. Oh man, I really missed that. So yeah, I'm getting locked 60 FPS. So fantastic performance. When they get infected, oh yeah, they do. So after I take this guy out, I'll talk to you about that. Can't wait for the paladin next. Next, we're gonna add the paladin. You saw it. We'll be able to play that character in the next regular update. So someone asked about the tentacles. That's the void right here. So you see this void egg. This void egg will spawn voidlings. So you'll have to take this thing out. See, void egg discovered. You'll have to destroy it. You can't destroy it yet in the Shoei Void update. I think it's 1.15 or 16. We're going to address that. But you can see here now, look how nicely that temple's rendered with the volumetric fog. We've got the voidling up there, and then we have this void egg. So you can see the conflict here. You're going to have to, in multiplayer, you're going to pick your side. You're going to say you want to be void, you want to be Shoei, and then in single player co-op, you're going to always be on the Shoei side. And it's a long night. It's a long draconian night tonight. So maybe we could find somewhere to rest without getting into trouble. You can see here, there's another sub-biome. So we've got a sub-biome, and they spawn with these things in the center. Someone said they love the rendering update. That's great. Void eggs. So yeah, so Kirage said, yeah, the void eggs are going to develop, and essentially what they'll do is they will stain a larger and larger portion of the terrain until it's to the point where you either have to take it out or you have to move your camp because there's going to be void everywhere. Someone said they're really impressed with the environments. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's really... This update really, for me, solidified the world generation. Because if I look here, if I look at the types of formations that I'm seeing, this is reminiscent of something that is hand-placed, and it's completely procedural. And that's what we're trying to do here. Who's the good guys, Void or the Shoei? So, the good guys of the Shoei, they're the aliens. But the thing is, it's not really good guys, bad guys. We present them as the good guys, but one is an order of strictness, the other one is of chaos. So it's a different orders of doctrine, but they're both very consistent. So that's why the multiplayer you get to pick. How many animals you get currently? So Sentius, the animals, you have in your inventory, you can spawn in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can spawn in 6 different Sentius for either mount, and you can either mount them or use them as a companion. And oh, this is a sick spot here. This looks like Breath of the Wild. Because look, you got the Benno, and you have the shrine or the temple up on the hill here. Look at this. This is really stunning right here. And you got the chirpy noises in the oak forest. We had some bugs in this, but it's actually working here. And you know, I just can't help but say this feels like Batwa. So yeah, you can mount 6 of them or use them in inventory, and then there's 4 spawning for taming, and I think there's another like 4 in the villages. So probably about 15 total. But we have well over 50 modeled, so it's a matter of actually getting them implemented at this point. You start to see more of them in the trailers. Someone said doing a great job making this awesome game. Keep it up. Appreciate that positive sentiment there. And it's been a lot of hard work, but we think it's starting to pay off here, and hope you're able to have a good experience playing the alpha. Got another temple here. I'm gonna put on the cinematic camera just to, although I think it is a little bit too strong. I love the ambient sounds. We've just had a bug where they stop playing sometimes. It's kind of annoying, but what are you gonna do? In time, we'll fix it. This is also nice here. So just the since we made the there's gonna be footsteps based on the ground type. Yes, since the birch forest, the sub biome is less common. The main forests look better. So like this oak forest looks a lot better because we deprioritized the birch forest spawn value in the in the world algorithm, and now it makes room for these open spaces. It just looks a lot better. Yeah, that's, I think someone said about the two sides developing. Yeah, that's really the most exciting long-term prospect of the game. I mean, we're just trying to get the game up to speed for public beta and early access, stuff like that. But the long haul, the 10-year roadmap, really bases around that fandom or user-generated experiences or player-led narratives through the kind of myriad of ways you can play the game, and servers, alone, and taking the same character. But this is really nice. You just had the moon shining through this sub biome here. It was really nice. I'm just gonna do some base building, I think, because I have to pass the time somehow. Yeah, the shadows came out nice. So I'm gonna get some wood. And there's a sunset in my rear there. Someone said they love the menu sounds. Thank you. That's something I take a lot of time to think about. So what's the done? Roger said, what's the objective of the game overall? Survival, exploration, battling. It is definitely a mix of those things. Yeah, sunrise. Sorry, I was saying sunset. It's a late night, so I'm not thinking straight. But menu sounds. No, the objective of the game. So the game, to be able to run around and explore, you have to be basic. You have to. You have to be able to use the combat systems. You have to be able to do the basic base building, cooking, resting. But once you've done that, it's more so up to you. I mean, you can choose to follow the primary objective of building an empire and a large system of villages and increasing through the eras and the technology eras. But you don't have to do that. That's the intended purpose of the game, though. So if you want to just run around and tame some of the monsters or just be a bandit and get a big bounty, it's whatever you want to do, but we're going to try to lead you to build a big simulation around connected villages across these different procedural continents. Someone said they're excited about atmosphere. Atmosphere is everything for me personally. I'm the art director and the composer. And I split the design up, and I do some technical things like programming the world algorithm and working with how we generate our assets and things like that. But ultimately, my job is to make sure that when you go into the game, you feel like you are inside the game, and it goes down every single sound that goes in the game, every single asset. It has to fall into that line of participate towards that end goal. Real Space Links. Space Links, have you downloaded already? Are you on 1.0.13? Is anyone in chat on 1.0.13? I would be curious just to see if any performance data you had. So we're transitioning into daytime here. And I think you guys have seen the last update, but there's a huge overhaul to base building. Now you can see the menus are presented in a much clearer fashion. But that was present in the last build as well, I believe. And the prices aren't even set right now. You can have some fun because we have a bug with the prices. But there will be prices, so enjoy it for now. It's only for the decoration. I think you actually have to acquire the wood for the walls and stuff. Let's see. I did cut down a lot of trees, but we'll see. Dynamic weather, yeah. So there will be dynamic weather, and that will be dependent on the biome. So each biome will have a different weather system, and that will dictate the pattern that you get when you're playing the game. And then there will also be eventually a seasonal system as well, and that'll go with the actual seasonal cadence of the, you know, the updates for the game. And this is like, you know, now we can do our Rust style spawn prison, or I don't know what you'd have it, but it's not the prettiest. That's not the prettiest structure there. But this could actually work really well for a city building settlement. Like, you know, let's go into the city building view for a second and let's see. I think we're kind of far away. Gonna zoom out. Let's go back down. Might have ourselves a bug there. I think we got ourselves a bug. Alright, we'll restart one more time. Do another restart. I'm trying to think if there's any other features I wanted to... I'm going to try a random seed again. See what we get for our last seed of the day. How many Techno Sentius? There are going to be... Someone said per cuando sale. I think that means, is it for sale? It is not for sale yet. Only for people who already purchased the game or for a free giveaway. There are a handful per dynasty. So I think there's like maybe 9 total of the Techno Sentius or Mech Sentius. About 9 total for now. And then with each dynasty, you'll get more. Okay, so we're in a new seed here. Got a village. We're trying to alleviate this, where a village spawns right next to a Yagi camp. We're still trying to kind of get around this, but for now, we'll just deal with it. And I'll be interested to see if we can get a stagma. If we can spot a stagma, that'd be great. Someone said they were quite impressed. Could dethrone Pokemon. I don't think we'll dethrone Pokemon, but we're definitely aiming to, you know, reach the largest audience with the game. So we'll see what happens. Check this out, folks. We've just encountered a stagma. That is exciting. So now we have location-based Sentia spawning. So if you go to a coast, if you want to find a stagma, you have to go to the sub-biome, the birch sub-biome. Yes, you'll be able to nickname the Sentius, yes. So yeah, here, if I go to the birch biome, let's see if we can take out this stagma. Try and take him out quick because they're very strong. I don't know if he's weak enough. Oh, we got him. We got him. Tango down. Someone asked, how many different biomes does the game have for now? I've seen the terrain that looks varies very little. So that would be because you've only seen one biome. There will be 15 biomes in early access. So when the game releases, you know, on the consoles, the first release to the public, what have you, it will have 15 biomes. With each dynasty, it will be 5 more biomes. And the reason that we've only had one biome is that we had to build out all of the world and rendering features for the engine for a single biome first, and then we can translate that to many other biomes. But we have many other biomes concepted and prototyped, you know what I mean? It is disappointing, though. I have to agree with you. It's disappointing to only see one biome, and that's why you're going to see, like I said before, with the trailer today and a little bit of a shift of our roadmap, you're going to see more of that kind of development stuff, while we also get further along with the core MVP and wrap that up, move on to really adding content. Yes, you will have certain comfort settings. Someone asked about being able to change the third-person camera. You're going to have comfort settings, so you'll be able to tune it to your liking. Sorry about that. Back now. Yeah, you'll be able to adjust the third-person positioning. Nice, I see 2 Magmaton up here. That's good. We're going to be improving the spawning ratios as well, and then eventually adding herding, which will be exciting. Nice render here with the volumetric fog. Just go see what kind of formations we get. Because one of the nice things about this patch is you can finally just run in a direction. You can literally just run in a direction and there's no stutter. Before, there was a big hiccup anytime your computer would load, your system would load in the next tile. Oh, there's a stagma in the ruins in the birch forest again. That's nice. Just run past that guy. Some music. So the Skyclimbers, it comes many-fold, but really the root of the term is that the description of the technology, because there's this juxtaposition where you have these alien race people who have this really advanced technology. And how do you describe something that flies in the sky if you're living in, you know, 11th century Poland or, you know, 10th century or, yeah, 10th century Egypt or something? You know, how do you describe that phenomena? Well, you might use more simple terminology like a sky climber. So it's kind of a descriptive term of the elders. But then in another sense, it's the sense of growing an empire. So it's like you're aiming for the sky because you just keep expanding this empire. You keep growing and finding new locations and recruiting more villagers, and that's the pursuit, like climbing a mountain. Got a nice music track here, Into the Sunset. Someone said you can be able to fly. Yeah, that Sentius in the trailer, we've got the flying animations already. I mean, it's a matter of time before we get that implemented. The Thrashion Sentius for flying. Rivers and or lakes, yes, there will be water bodies. The nature is not set in stone yet, though, because there will be oceans, that's for certain. But as far as rivers and lakes, I wouldn't expect too much of that anytime soon because that's an engine limitation. Yeah, Viking astronauts is kind of a funny description, but that's basically what you have because Right now we're in the Draconian Dynasty, which is, you know, 10th century, 11th century, Northern Europe. We're basically playing as Celtic people, Vikings, and that era is what we're playing out. This is really nice, the sunset here with the forest. But, yeah, and then he's got this piece of technology on his arm, allows him to transport animals into a different dimension. So it's kind of like a Viking astronaut. Oh, this is nice. We got a villager camp. We'll rest for the night up here. And maybe we'll end the stream here on a sunset. Nice. Oh, someone was just asking about rivers. So there's a little pond here. So there's some water for you. They just spawn in. It's got a little bit of a, you know, it's not the most impressive body of water, but it's something. And this guy's got, let's see, what is this? Oh, this gal's got this NPC here has a camp overlooking. This is a nice property, miss. It's overlooking the valley. It just spawned up here. Someone asked, is there a target release date? So we'll be discussing this in more detail when we release the roadmap update after the live stream and so forth. But it's going to be 24. So 2024 for early access. It's going to be pushed to that timeline. But as for people on Steam who want to play in the alpha, already playing now, there's going to be a lot of opportunities to play between now and then. And for consoles, there will also be opportunities to play via console before the game releases. So, let's see. What's the dog doing? Where's the dog? I don't see a dog. Oh, over there maybe. All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap the stream up so we can put some more time into the newsletter and the development updates. Quite a big update we're going to be showcasing with a lot of the stuff that we saw in the trailer as well as in this patch. So keep an eye out for that. And potentially a hotfix between now and the next major release, 1.0.14, the city building update. And we'll also include the Paladin class. So it's quite a big update. Going to be targeted by around the cadence we've been doing. So every 30 to 40 days, been putting out a regular update. So we'll be aiming for that as well in the future. Minimum, try to get an update a month, these regular updates. And then our milestone quarterly updates as we have been trying to achieve. So, looking at chat, appreciate you guys coming out for chat to participate in the stream. And we will see you in the next one. And also, oh yeah, someone is asking a question. I won't end the stream just yet. Make sure to check out the trailer if you didn't see the trailer yet. But we're going to shut things down soon. Enjoy 1.0.13. Let us know what bugs you have, and we'll get back to you. If you have any questions, Ilanis, you can also post in Discord, or you can post on our subreddit, for example. No problem, Moonzen. Appreciate you tuning into the stream and checking out the trailer. Really excited about the update, so and I'll just play the lobby for a little bit for anyone who's leaving the chat.